preserved, for I walk in this world.
Good morning. It's Friday morning. Hope that your week has been great this week. Hope you've been blessed in some way this week. And as we're coming to an end, I hope that your weekend is looking favorable as well. This morning, we're going to do another couple of songs and stories for you this morning. So we'll start with this one. A generation gap. Back in the 17th century, it seemed that way when teenage Isaac Watts complained to his father about the monotonous way Christians in England sang the Old Testament Psalms. To him, the singing of God's praise was the form of worship nearest to heaven. And he went on to argue, its performance among us is the worst on earth. "All right, young man," snapped his father, leading deacon, "give us something better." Isaac accepted the challenge, eventually writing a total of more than 600 hymns, earning him the title Father of English Hymnody. Even in childhood, Isaac had shown a passion for poetry, rhyming even in everyday conversation. His serious-minded father, after several warnings, decided to spank the rhyming nonsense out of his son. Imagine his chagrin when he heard a tearful Isaac plea back to him, "O Father, do some pity take, and I will no more verses make." Choirs and congregations rejoiced that he did not keep this impromptu promise, or else, well, they would not have had the thrill of singing such favorite hymns as "O God, our help in ages past," "Am I a soldier of the cross?" "Joy to the World," and a host of other hymns bearing the name of Isaac Watts. "When I Survey" has been called the very best hymn in the English language. Watts, using only 16 lines, paints a soul-stirring picture of Jesus Christ's death on the cross, coupled with the wholehearted response of the believer to such an amazing love. When I survey the wondrous cross. When I survey the wondrous cross, on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Forbid it, Lord, that I should boast, save in the death of Christ my God. All the vain things that charm me most, I sacrifice them to his blood. See from his head, his hands, his feet, sorrow and love flow mingled down. Did e'er such love and sorrow meet, or thorns compose so rich a crown? Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were a present far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. That's a great song. I love that story. Let me share one more with you this morning. Fanny Crosby, the author of this hymn poem, is the personification of quality and quantity living. She lived nearly 95 years and penned over 7,000 hymns. Even more remarkable is the fact that she accomplished all this work without the aid of eyesight. Due to improper medical treatment, she became blind when only 6 years old. At the age of 12, she entered the New York City School for the Blind. Years later, from 1847 to 1858, she taught at the same school. During this period, she became a good friend of the secretary of the New York School for the Blind. He was later to become President of the United States, Grover Cleveland. From her prolific pen flowed beloved hymns as Near the Cross, Saved by Grace, and the song Blessed Assurance. The story behind this hymn is fascinating. One day, Fanny Crosby was the guest of Mr. Joseph F. Knapp, whose husband was one of the founders of the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. In their palatial home, they had a pipe organ installed, believed to be the largest pipe organ ever placed in a private dwelling. Yet, on this particular day, Mrs. Knapp called her friend over to the piano, asking her to listen to a new melody she had composed. She played it over 3 or 4 times, then asked, "What do you think the tune says?" "Blessed Assurance. Jesus is mine," Fanny Crosby answered enthusiastically. "Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine." In a few minutes, a song was born, words by Fanny Crosby and music by Mrs. Joseph Knapp. Written in 1873, Blessed Assurance remains popular among millions of people who know, as did the blind poetess, that Jesus is mine. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Erring salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Perfect submission, all is at rest. I and my Savior am happy and blessed, watching and waiting, looking above, filled with His goodness, lost in His love. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Hope this is encouraging to you today. Hope you enjoyed those stories and those songs, and hope that you spend the rest of the day singing those songs and maybe other hymns and other songs that are important and encouraging to you. Well, love you guys and look forward to seeing you on Sunday in worship. Have a great day.
They resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Words of life, words of hope.